Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. How is everybody in this powerful Lion's Gate planetary alignment? All this, several planets are in retrograde. Mercury, which was a problem for me with computer stuff, as you will find. So, the other energy that's really up right now during these planetary alignments and the heat in the country is irritability, anger, grouchiness. Last evening, yesterday afternoon, my husband and I could not hardly communicate without an argument. It was just somewhat funny if it just wasn't as uncomfortable as it was, but we did manage to get through it because we both chose to not go in to the continuation of an argument that was just silly. And so, um, watch what's going on in the world. Watch yourself, because really that's all we can manage. We can't manage anyone else, but we can manage our energy and what we're sharing, which can produce some management for others. Because when we're sharing less irritability, less angst, less anger, then we're not propagating more of that throughout the universe. Because remember, our energy goes from us out to the world and just keeps going. And then it's going to match whatever we're focusing on, and it's going to bring that kind of energy back to us. So remember, your focus is your superpower. Now, all of that, getting ready for everything, trying to get things done. I don't even have the cards pulled, which is great. And I'm going to use my brand new deck as well, which also puts me in a little bit of I don't really know this deck that well, understand the meanings yet, but you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take some courage, because right now, the Lion's Gate being open, the lion, it's all about courage. That's what Leos are, courageous, and about sunshine as well. The sun, the brightness, and shining the light on things. And that's really what's going to be happening even more this, oh goodness. Yeah, it blipped a little bit. I had to totally turn off my computer, reconnect. I had to undo my modem this morning. It was totally off. It was off last night, but weirdly so, the television stayed on. I don't know. Again, Mercury retrogrades wreak havoc with the digital world. And we have another new fire near us. And this morning outside, I went over to the pool, which my husband had pristine yesterday because our granddaughter came over and she and I did some swimming. And it's just full of ash because that fire is very close. So shed pure love and joy on the animals that are suffering, the people that are worried about losing their homes, the people that have lost their homes to these fires everywhere, and focus on bringing in cooler temperatures and gentle rains to help the firefighters, and certainly shed pure love and joy on the firefighters as they're in danger as they fight these fires for us. My son-in-law is a firefighter, so that's very close to my home. He is not a wildland fire, but they can get called up and he can volunteer to go, which he has in the past, and not actually, they've been ready, set, almost walking to the truck to go out, and then they've been canceled. So shed love on the firefighters, shed love on the fires, on the weather patterns, bringing in cooler air. We are powerful AF in our energies, and certainly as collective energies. So I invite you right now, your focus is your superpower. And what we're focusing on right now during Lion's Gate is manifesting more strongly, more quickly, and even more specifically tomorrow, 8/8 Lion's Gate peaks. And this is an even more powerful one. All the energies this month that might have come in, in years past are super powered because of the additional planetary alignment. That can mean some pretty tumultuous energy. things being uncovered, secrets being revealed. And so during this Lion's Gate, manifestation is more fueled. Whatever it is you're focusing on, if you're choosing to focus on everything that's wrong with our country, with the world, with your country, you're going to be in the help zone for more going wrong, more that is wrong. If you focus on love and peace and gratitude and shedding that to your leaders, your country, and keeping that energy in your field, that is what you're sharing with the world. And then if there's something specific you would like to create in your life, I highly recommend you connect. I'm open, willing, ready, guide me, and focus on that and ask for the awareness of when your focus shifts from that to more of what you don't want, or the opposite, or the fear around what you're trying to manifest if it doesn't happen. Because right now you're superpowered. Tomorrow is the most powerful day in the Lion's Gate for manifestation. I recommend tonight you write down what you're trying to manifest, and just, I'm someone that would write down 20 things. I have narrowed it to one, that one of the more immediate things that I want to see in my life. And I recommend you keep it minimal too, so you really can focus and send your power to that choice. And do remember, your focus is creating your life, good or bad. If you do not like your life, your physical, your spiritual, your relational aspects, ask to be shown how you have been creating that, so you can truly begin to uncreate that. So, excuse me. Um, okay, now let's see what the cards are coming up. This first card is the 10. Oh, it's a lovely card. I'm thinking it's the 10 of air because of what it looks like. And this is transformation. If you can see, maybe it is all around this. You really can't see this card really well, I don't think. It's got butterflies all around the halo here. And it's a very light and airy card. There are wings. This is the transformation card. This is a time of transformation. And we are hugely in transformation energy this year. And as the creators and directors of what's been going on in our life, remember, before you came in, you chose what you wanted to learn. What we really are in charge of in this life is how difficult or how easy we make that. So the transformation is often a bit tumultuous. It takes courage. We have that added courage with the Leo energy right now and with the Lion's Gate, to create more of what we want and less of what we don't want. What else is part of this? And this is above the head. You can probably see the eye. See the eye right there? This is above the head. This is focus on your spiritual. Invite your angels, guides, companions in. Connect with Creator in a more consistent way to bring you the insights and awarenesses you need. And, like I've said many times, we are not pawns here. We're not puppets. They're not going to do this for us, but they can offer us a great amount of assistance if we give them permission. That's what prayer is. That's what open, willing, ready, guide me is. The next card that came up is the 6. And again, this is from my new Dreams of Gaia. I'm going to look this up. It's a beautiful card, as all of them are. Very much a mental card as far as I can see. And it doesn't even say what the subject matter is. You see, it's got a symbol. So I have to go look it up to see what this is about. But if you look, there are gears in the heart space. There's a clock, very much mental energy up here. Let's see what this is about. I don't even know what the symbol means. So we're going to go We're going to look. Okay, I've got it. It is the 6 of air. Was the other one? Yes, the other one was also air. It's the 4 of air, not the 6 of air. Well, Roman numerals, you know. Okay, 4 of air: structure, routine, order, patterns, discipline, organization, understanding, and productivity. So, very much a down to earth, even though it's air. This is that mental card. This is, you want to organize your thoughts, you want to get into an action state, because again, that focus, that movement is amplified right now, and it is for a while. I mean, again, we are always creating our world. So get yourself organized. There's extra impetus right now. I tend to be a little bit disorganized in some areas of my life. I'm not real structured. I don't love boxes. I'm not highly disorganized, but those areas of disorganization can trip me up at times. So I'm going to heed this advice to get myself organized, be a little more disciplined in what I need to do. The one thing I'm focusing on in this Lion's Gate right now is one of the things, in the new moon ceremony the other night, one of the things we were asked is, what is it that you need to take courage and do? And I thought, wow, I don't, because Lion's Gate is a great time of courage energy, the lion's energy. And I thought, I don't, I'm pretty darn courageous, and change doesn't scare me a lot. I usually jump into it with some pretty high anticipation of good things coming. And so I really couldn't answer that. And for the one thing that I'm working to create, I thought, what kind of courage do I need? And it really was, or is, I honestly just figured it out this morning. It is actively going out and inviting people to do this one thing with me, rather than putting it out generally, inviting people specifically with an email, with a text, with a phone call. That is something that takes courage for me, because I don't do that easily. So the discipline of just do it, just jump, get organized, make the list of the people that you believe might want to participate in this, and jump. The next card that came up, beautiful, focus again, nurture what you love. Nurture all you love, whether this is your family, whether this is what you want to create, whether this is what you're desiring. You need to nurture it, meaning you need to hold it in that heart space. You need to, how do we nurture babies? We cuddle them, we love them, we interact with them, we make them a priority. Nurture all you love. Let's just say you want to manifest during this time a different way of walking with your body. Many of us have body dysmorphic syndrome, which means we see our bodies very differently than they are. And many of us have hated and loathed our bodies because they were not what society has chosen as the thing you wanted to be. This body was never going to be Twiggy. And yet that's what I grew up believing I had to look like. And this was just a time period. In the time of Reuben, this body was desired and revered because so many people didn't have enough food. And so this body shaping was the one that Reuben wanted to paint, the voluptuous full figure. And so I spent years hating this body because it did not look like I wanted it to look, like I thought I needed it to look. And so again, I need to shift that, because the truth is, all that hatred energy will go in and create dysfunction, imbalance, dis-ease in our bodies. So maybe turn that lack of love for the body into a nurturing aspect. One of the phrases that helped me was, I have a new relationship with my body. I have changed my relationship with my body. That was just enough for me to go, I can do that. I can change this by intentionally thanking it regularly, for carrying me through the world, for always responding like an old dog does, a new dog, like this dog that loves you unconditionally, always responding in its very best efforts to do what I was asking it to do, like running when I was younger. This body was never made to run for any length of time. It just has always been very full figured. It's not a running body. And yet it did its very best for me. I pounded the hell out of this body at times, and I've loathed it a good portion of my life. I now have changed my relationship with my body. I have changed my relationship with food, which was also a very volatile area in my life because, of course, this body was supposed to look different. And so I despised the foods. I made them um, unhealthy for me in my choosing to think, oh, that's really bad for me. And if you've been around a few years, as we grew up, oh, eggs were really bad for us. You shouldn't eat eggs because eggs had cholesterol. Well, it turns out eggs have a thing called lecithin too that actually mitigates the cholesterol. So then they decided eggs were good. Coffee is really bad for us. It's just terrible. You shouldn't drink coffee. Oh, no, turns out coffee is good for us. I mean, I have chosen to bless the food that comes into my home to the nourishment of my body, to eat as my body is asking for me to eat, to shift habits of eating that don't produce loveliness in this body. One of the things, and again, I do believe we do have the power to make that food that might be less than lovely for us healthier by the blessing it by the power of intention. I also know that as physical people, we do have to make shifts. So let's say you have diabetes type 2, which is rampant for so many reasons. Continuing to consume sugar and that which turns to sugar in the body is going to make it very difficult for your body to keep you in balance. Dementia is known as diabetes type 3 because if you have diabetes and you do not keep it in check, you are at higher risk for dementia because of what it does to the circulatory system. So I invite you to focus on, I have changed my relationship to food and to my body so that you can make healthier choices. Remember, we are a physical being here. We are not just an airy fairy spirit. We chose to come in the physical. So we do need to look at how we are journeying with the physical. But, and I do invite you to work to eat less pre-prepared foods. They are full of chemicals that do not play well in our physical body, but do bless every single thing you take into the nourishment of your body and ask to be assisted in changing your relationship to whatever it is you need to change your relationship to treat your body better. It's very possible several of you out there need to change your relationship to exercise because you beat the hell out of your body in your desire to be this body type that you think can only come through 10 miles a day running, which is not always the highest and best for many of us. So, whatever spectrum you might be on in your health, focus on what you desire and ask for assistance to help change your relationship to that. And the last card that is coming up for today is surrender to the flow, which means a lot of times we need to throw up our hands, invite our angels, guides, companions in, be open, willing, and ready to be guided into that next best step for us walking differently in the world to create this desire that we are working on right now during Lion's Gate and always. The moon phases are different abilities, whether it's releasing on the full moon, creating on the new moon. Our focus is our superpower. We have created exactly what we have desired to learn from in this life, and we can choose it to be easier. We can choose it to be different by shifting our focus. You are powerful AF. Your focus is your superpower. Right now, I invite you to use your superpower to create more of what you desire in this world and less of what you don't. We are complete for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And if by chance you are interested in my retreat, just know that there is a payment option over a 6-month period if finances are a challenge for you. Consider it if you are really ready to step into your power and change your life and learn how to use your individual power, desire, focus on a more personal level. And they are fun as hell. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet